Great question. What does it mean to pray without ceasing? Is it even possible to pray without ceasing? Well, if the Bible tells us that we should pray without ceasing, then it must be possible. But am I praying right now, or am I talking to you? What does this actually mean? And the question is very good. You see, in 1 Thessalonians, in chapter 5, verse number 17, it tells us, it says to pray without ceasing. When you look at words like this, and you see almost the impossibility of something like that, when the Bible tells us, for example, to be perfect, even as your Father in heaven is perfect. How do you do that? There's got to be more to it than just the words on a page. There has to be a meaning deeper than that, or maybe there's an idiom involved here that actually expresses another idea. But in truth, it's this. Within Judaism, you have to remember that all the apostles were Jewish. They were living in Israel, writing in Hebrew language. And there is something in Judaism called praying without ceasing. And actually it's this. The Jews had something what they called sentence prayers. And they would take these sentences, and these sentence prayers, they would thank God for everything. If they saw the sun, they had a prayer they would pray to thank God for the sun. If they saw a rock, a tree, another person, they're eating a meal, or they're walking, even if they could go to the bathroom, they had prayers for that, if you can believe it. In other words, any blessing, privilege, breath, ability that you had, they had written prayers that you would take and pray those things out so that God was infused in every area of your life. We have this thing in Christianity that we do quite often, and that is we separate the sacred from the secular. We try to create a division between the holy and the profane. But in Jewish thought, it's all one. God created everything, and it was meant for us to enjoy. What we do is we bring God into every situation, and He filters out those things that are not good for us. So what we do is we take God with us even into the bathroom. We take God with us when we're walking down the street. We take God with us when we're in the supermarket, where we're buying something. As we're standing in the line to pay for our groceries, we're thanking God we have enough money to buy these. So in other words, God infuses every moment of our life. He works in everything that we do. Praying without ceasing is in every situation acknowledging God's presence and what God is doing. So can we pray without ceasing? You can. Does that mean every word I say is a prayer? No, but it means taking God with you wherever you are and letting Him know that in every situation He's always on your mind. So don't forget, pray without ceasing.